Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Today we're going to take a look at this customer submitted hand drawing of a patio. It's actually a second floor deck. We have basically a reclining area here with a rather large fan in the middle, a fireplace up here, and dimensions of 22 by 22 essentially. The ceiling height is roughly 10 foot off the floor. Also, we have this dining space over here, and another fan in the center. What I've done here is I've taken this 7.75 foot span, and I cut it in half and placed that fan right down the middle. 15 by 10 to the doorway here, and these doors open up. Over here we have a sliding door, so these are pocket doors that slide into little pockets. And yeah, second floor, if I didn't mention that already. And then also these yellow highlighted areas are what the customer was suggesting we place something similar to this. Also, they were open to either natural gas or electric heaters. So let's go right into the model here, see what we have. So here's the two different sections. We got a seating area, fireplace, dining area, fan here, fan in the middle there. As you can see here already, I've chosen the electric heaters for this application. The reason being is that a gas heater would require to hang down a minimum of 9 inches plus 8 inches of heater, so you're at 17 inches. That would be a 25,000 BTU heater, and I would recommend placing a 34, which would be another 4 inches lower. So this kind of reduces some of that obstruction, if you will. And so in any case, let's go ahead and look at the dimensions just to see that we have these sections. So we got 32.6 total here, opening, 10-foot heights, and 22 here, 10.9 over there. And I've cut this 7-foot section here in half from the doorway so that the heaters and the fan are in the middle of that space there. And we'll go ahead and go through the dimensions of my spacing here. So I have at 9-foot centers heater to heater, and then this these heaters here, as well as the other ones against the pocket doors, is 1'6" from the outside edge to the heater itself, the back of the heater, at a 30-degree tilt. The reason I did that is because I want to make sure that we're not coming too close to this pillar. And I believe there is also a beam that comes across here. Now, I'm not sure of that beam, but we need to maintain a minimum of 6 inches of clearance. I have 1'6", but we need 6 inches clearance from that beam that's going to be, I believe, supporting this structure here. Over here I've done essentially the same thing, 1'6", 1'6" from this back edge. The reason I did that is because I want to get this ray away from this glass so that when the heater is on, that our penetration of the heat ray isn't too close to the glass up here. In fact, let's just go ahead and turn that on for a second, and you can see that with a 30-degree tilt, the penetration's down low, and we're not hitting the glass too high. Sorry about that. Also, this is a rather large fan, 88 inches in diameter, so something to consider. Over here I have these heaters approximately 7.5 feet centers from each other. And 3/8 from the center of the fan. I was trying. These are sorry. These are CD 4024, so 4,000 watt dual elements. The reason I chose this is because of the tight space here. So there's a rather tight space for the heater. I don't want to use a longer heater and then penetrate the doorway when it's open like this. I know that the door is designed to open all the way up to the wall here, but if it ever was to be left open, I don't want that penetration, as you can see here, to be up higher on the doorway, causing a issue with combustion. So that would be one way of configuring this. Also, I wanted to show you with this layout here, and you can see that the ray itself doesn't come all the way to the center of the room. Now, it physically will continue to travel. The orange coloring here just indicates the predictable, most acceptable amount of heat that comes out of the heater and how far that would go. But this ray does physically travel further until it penetrates some sort of mass, either tables, chairs, floors, or human body. And that's what we feel when we're under these heaters. We feel that infrared heat ray or light wave, and that makes our bodies feel warmer. So we're not heating the air, we're just heating mass, and that's how this the system works. But as you can see with this placement here, I'm not able to fully engulf this center space. Now this is a fairly well protected area in that it has, basically each room here has 3 walls and a ceiling. So that's well protected, and in most cases these are 4,000 watt single element units, and in most cases a 4,000 single watt element would be just perfect in this this setting. However, I'm not able to push that heat down into the center of the space where the primarily living area is. So alright, so that's that, and I want to give you a look at another possibility. This other possibility would be placing the heaters inside of the ceiling, and in doing so we get a little bit better of a footprint down here, more uniform. Sorry, my computer here. So let me just go ahead and hit the dimensions on for this application. I have 9'6", and from center to heater, and then 11 foot from center here to center over here. Somehow I didn't take that out, sorry. And over here I have 7'6", and we're still missing the fans in all these cases. So we have 7'6", and I have the center of the heater, I believe. Let's see, my mouse isn't functioning right here. So yeah, the center of the heater at 3'10" off of this edge here. I'm sorry, my mouse is just not cooperating again. Here we have the ray. Now with this layout here, I'm going to turn off the dimensions real quick. So with this layout here, you can see that our coverage is pretty solid or complete, and we have just this small section over here that isn't 100% covered, but we have a nice coverage within this space here. Now we could possibly move the heaters over slightly, but I need to avoid this fan blade. I don't want this ray to penetrate that fan blade. Now up here you'll notice these joists here. I've rearranged the joists slightly so that basically these are from this edge here, 16-inch centers, until we get to this position here, and I've pulled this to the left and added another joist here. Same with this arrangement over here. So this is 16, 16, and then From here, I pulled it to the left and added another joist here for the structure. You can see I have the 1 hour rated firebox in here, which would be for 5/8 drywall. The heater itself fits into this flush mount frame, and I'm going to turn off this ray. So the flush mount frame would support the heater inside of itself, and you need that 1 hour rated. If I just remove this for a second, you can see that I have this 1 hour rated drywall box inside of this flush mount frame. The flush mount frame could be installed so that the stucco ceiling or whatever the ceiling material is can be brought right up to 1/2 inch away from these openings, so you can have a nice finished ceiling. And let me throw that back. And here I show these are the WD 6024s, so these are 6,000 watt units, and that way you can place these on zones and increase or decrease that amount of heat with a control system, and it would be a very well heated area throughout the entire year. Now, I'm not quite sure where this property is located, but when I say throughout the year, if it gets down into the below 50s, that could be a little bit of an issue for some people, but it should be fairly well for the whole season. Also, I just want to show these are WD 4024s, dual elements again, and you'll notice that the predicted penetration here doesn't meet the predicted amount of heat, but I can assure you this is going to be fine for an application like this. That ray will travel down to the height of seating, and you'll be more than comfortable. We have a nice crossover here in the middle, so that's a very good application. So there you have it. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating design, I'm Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. We're here to help. Give us a call or send us an email with your dimensions. Thank you and have a great day.